Welcome to Lesson 9, Solve Creative Challenges. Creative work can sometimes feel difficult, especially when you are staring at a blank page and waiting for the right idea to appear. But creativity doesn't have to depend on inspiration alone. In this lesson, you'll learn how to use Gemini as a creative thinking partner to generate ideas, develop concepts, refine creative work, and turn rough directions into polished outputs. Let's get started. Imagine you're launching an eco-friendly water bottle for outdoor enthusiasts. Your boss asks a simple question: what's our campaign concept? After 30 minutes, you come up with ideas like stay hydrated, save the planet, the bottle that cares about Earth, and eco-friendly hydration for active lifestyles. These ideas are not wrong, but they are forgettable. They could describe almost any eco-friendly product. What's missing is a specific angle, a unique perspective that makes the idea stand out. Waiting for inspiration can waste valuable time. So instead of waiting, let's explore a more systematic approach to creativity. Here's the key insight. Creative work isn't simply about waiting for inspiration. It can be a process of structured exploration. First, generate multiple possibilities. Then, identify the strongest direction. And finally, refine and develop that direction. In this lesson, we'll focus on two powerful techniques. The first is constrained brainstorming. The second is iterative refinement. Together, these techniques can help turn vague ideas into distinctive and useful creative concepts. Let's compare generic and constrained prompts. A generic request, like generate campaign ideas for an eco-friendly water bottle, yields predictable slogans. Stay hydrated, save the planet. Your adventure companion. Better for you, better for Earth. These lack distinctiveness and could apply to any eco brand. Now add constraints. Create 3 concepts with a unique environmental angle for outdoor adventurers aged 25 to 45, including a measurable element. The results become far more distinct. Refill Rebellion. Your bottle's climate resume. Trail tested, Earth approved. Constraints give Gemini clear creative direction, turning generic output into targeted concepts. Constraints may sound like limitations, but in creative work, they can actually make ideas stronger. There are several useful types of creative constraints. First, angle focus. Tell Gemini which emotion, benefit, or perspective to emphasize. Second, format limitation. For example, require the idea to work as a 6-word tagline. Third, audience specificity. Define exactly who the idea should appeal to and what that audience values. And fourth, creative restriction. Ask Gemini to use a metaphor from a specific domain or avoid a particular concept. The key lesson is this: constraints don't limit creativity. They focus creativity toward more distinctive ideas. Generating a strong idea is only the beginning. Suppose you choose the concept Refill Rebellion. It has an interesting angle, a clear hook, and an emotional direction. But it is still just an idea. To turn it into a usable campaign, you need to develop the concept further. That means defining the visual identity, core messaging, campaign touchpoints, and launch activation. This is where Gemini can help you move from a creative direction to a complete campaign brief. Let's develop the Refill Rebellion concept. We can ask Gemini, develop the Refill Rebellion concept into a complete brief covering visual identity, core messaging, campaign touchpoints, and launch activation. Gemini can then develop the visual identity using urban gray tones with rebellious red or electric green, bold street art-inspired fonts, and a recognizable badge design. For the core message, every refill is an act of rebellion. The call to action becomes join the rebellion. For campaign touchpoints, we could use user-generated content, in-store displays, and limited edition bottles. And for launch activation, we could create pop-up refill stations at outdoor festivals. Notice what happened. A simple idea has now become an executable marketing concept. Great creative work usually develops in layers. You don't need to create the complete solution in one prompt. Instead, develop it progressively. Layer 1, concept direction. Define the angle, hook, and emotion. Layer 2. Campaign elements. Develop visuals, messaging, and touch points. Layer 3. Execution details. Define formats, timelines, and specific assets. This layered approach makes creative development easier to manage. You can review each stage before moving to the next, and Gemini can support you throughout the process. Once the campaign direction is clear, you can ask Gemini to develop specific creative assets. For example, create a 3-post Instagram launch series for Refill Rebellion with a clear progression. The first post could be a manifesto, creating awareness. The second could be a product hero, focusing on the product and its benefits. And the third could be a community call to action, encouraging audience participation. Notice the progression: concept, campaign brief, specific assets. This systematic approach helps maintain consistency while developing multiple pieces of content. Creating a draft is only the beginning. Strong creative work requires critique and iteration. You can prompt Gemini to evaluate your ideas from specific viewpoints. For instance, critique this Instagram series as a skeptical outdoor enthusiast tired of greenwashing, then revise to fix those concerns. Gemini flags weak points like performative slogans, guilt-driven messaging, missing product specs, or unclear calls to action. It then refines the concept, stripping away alienating guilt and adding tangible features like durability and temperature retention. This establishes a vital creative rhythm: create, critique, improve. This self-critique technique is useful far beyond marketing campaigns. For a content draft, you could ask, critique this blog post from the perspective of a busy executive. For messaging, you could ask, critique this tagline as a skeptical first-time customer. For visuals, you could ask, critique this design from an accessibility standpoint. You can even ask Gemini to think like a brand manager, a Gen Z consumer, or a professional copywriter. Different perspectives reveal different weaknesses. The earlier you identify those weaknesses, the easier they are to fix, before your real audience sees them. Let's review what you've learned. First, use constrained brainstorming to generate more distinctive concepts. Second, develop ideas progressively, from concept direction to campaign elements, and finally to specific assets. Third, use Gemini to critique your creative work from different perspectives. And finally, remember that creative development is a process of systematic exploration. You don't have to wait for random inspiration. You can generate possibilities, select promising ideas, develop them, critique them, and continuously improve them. That is how Gemini can become your creative thinking partner. You can now use Gemini to think creatively in a more structured way. You've learned how to generate distinctive concepts, develop them progressively, create specific creative assets, and improve your work through self-critique. Now it's time to bring everything together. In the final lesson, you'll learn how to connect Gemini directly with tools such as Google Docs, Google Sheets, and Gmail. You'll see how AI can help automate practical business tasks and workflows across the tools you use every day. So get ready for the final lesson. Up next, Lesson 10, Automate Business Tasks. Thank you for completing Lesson 9. Remember, creativity doesn't have to wait for inspiration. Generate ideas, challenge them, refine them, and make them better. See you in the final lesson.